Hey guys, I'm Sam, and I'm here to share with you a 30-minute yin restorative class that you can practice every single night if you want to. Tonight, or this class is geared towards really letting those muscles that we use all day, whether we're sitting at a computer, whether our job requires us to be more active, it's really, really important to remind the muscles, remind the nervous system that it knows how to relax, that it knows how to let go. So I hope that this class helps you find a deeper version of that. If something ever doesn't feel good to you, please don't progress forward with it. Just use this time to really listen to your body and communicate with it. See if you can just allow things to settle no matter what comes up or down for you. We do need a nice big pillow or a couch cushion and a blanket or a towel, something that we'll be able to roll up. So I'll give you a minute to go and grab that. And we'll go ahead and get started in a supported child's pose. So our knees are going to be as wide as our yoga mat and our big toes are trying to touch. Now if this is too intense on the knees, you can take that blanket and put it underneath you to give that the space a little bit more support. You can also tuck through your toes to support the knees that way. So bringing the pillow as close to you as you can. Before we get started, we're going to have our hands on our thighs and then just really let the pelvic be neutral here. Allow the belly to soften. This really leaves up a lot of space for our digestive organs to function, taking pressure off of that really, really crucial system in the body. So by now your eyes are closed, your mouth is just kind of soft in space. If you notice that your tongue is at the roof of your mouth, see if you can relax it just at the bottom. Allowing the head to just naturally drop back, the shoulders to relax away from your ears, and that energy to roll out your fingertips and sinking your hips just a little bit lower. Enjoy this time to do nothing else but listen to the sound of your breath. How deep or how shallow, how high up it goes into your collarbones, or maybe extends to the crown of the head. As you're ready, start to transition into that child's pose, walking your hands on either side of those pillows. And just allowing the right ear to rest onto the pillow. And as you lay here with arms on either side of the pillow, soft bent elbows, soft forehead and toes, see if you can let your belly be soft, like we did before we folded over this very supportive pillow. The very middle of your back, can you let it soften? Your head, the backs of your shoulders, your wrists. Can you let yourself breathe here? inviting stillness, inviting a space for nothing. A void of your thoughts, your responsibilities, and your worries. An empty void for them to just go there. Gently lift that head and bring your left ear on to the pillow. Checking in with yourself just as you did before. Belly to thighs, mid-back to elbows, head to pillow. Can you invite the breath underneath the belly button? Like a teeter-totter from the base of your abdomen to the top, as if you're transferring the weight from your right foot to your left foot, but it's your breath, it's your entire center body. Can you settle your hips? Can you find a little bit more length in your spine? A little bit more ease through your chest. Gently coming back to center. Walking your palms on either side of the pillow, coming all the way back up. Again, let your belly be soft. And just kind of shift the weight from side to side. Before you remove that pillow, remove that blanket underneath you. And just extend the legs out nice and long. Let them get some blood flow here. And go and find that pillow. And we're going to come to sit on top of it so that we have a little less pressure in our low back. So go and bend into that right knee. Your left leg is going to extend out, kind of like at an angle, maybe about 30 degrees. If you'd rather do this without the pillow, of course, that's an option. But trying to keep your lower belly slightly engaged and just hinging forward As your low back stays nice and flat, bring your palms to the floor. And just see if you can soften through those elbows. Your gaze is slightly beyond your nose. And just leaning into those palms. Letting the hips hinge and bringing the belly with you. See if it's available to distribute the weight equally into the straight leg and into the bent leg. If you know that you can explore deeper, try to maintain somewhat of a straight low back. Knowing that if you feel something, that's enough. Let that left hip settle. Drop your left elbow to that left leg. Maybe reach your right arm up. Just take a few breaths. Little myofascial release in the middle of that quad with that left elbow. We're not pushing, we're just leaning, letting our body weight do the magic here. And gently come all the way back up, and we'll just switch legs. So bending that left knee in, extend that right leg out, probably about 30, 45 degrees. And our legs are splayed out, but we are folding over nice and squared. So keep a flex in that right foot. And just let your pelvic hinge forward, trying to distribute the weight evenly between the straight leg and the bent leg. Notice how different they might feel. And let them be different. Taking the next few moments to fold as deep as it's available to you, to just walk up to the edge. We just want to see the river down in the canyon. We don't want to go to it. As you're ready, come all the way back up to squared. Drop that right elbow down, somewhere in the middle of the calf, not down by the knee, but somewhere nice in the middle, juicy muscle part. Extend that left arm overhead. So you might notice you have more or less pressure in that elbow, on that quad. That's going to tell you this side is either tighter or more circulated. The lighter the pressure, the tighter the fascia is on your opposite side. So being aware of that, what can you do about it? Gently coming back to center. Have those legs wherever you need them as we get into our next pose. So the pillow is going to be optional for our knees, so keep it close if you know that your low back would be really happy about that. And we're going to take our pillow or blanket, or our blanket or our towel, and we want to create a roll that's probably about the C shape of our hand, at least. If you know that your body can really handle a deeper version, then you can roll it all the way up. So we're wanting to place this. You have two options here. I'm going to take a thoracic opening because I spend a lot of time moving my arms like a gorilla, it seems like. And so I'm going to go for a heart opening. If you want to relax the muscles along the spine, then you're going to place it and you're going to actually lay all the way down on the spine. So I'll show you that version first. Either one are going to feel really, really good. So you can have your knees at a butterfly shape, or again, those pillows underneath. The low back will love that. And then this is just at the base of my tailbone. So palpate that nice triangle bone. Get it nice and close. Using your elbows to get yourself in this really amazing, gentle traction. And if that feels like it's going to benefit you, allow yourself to stay. And if we're going for the more thoracic, horizontal stretch, we want it to be somewhere around the middle of our back, where our bra strap would be, or a bra strap would be. Something that you could wrap around your chest. But we're just gonna let it stay right there, finding that really, really sweet spot. Knowing that you can adjust the position of any prop, of any body part, whenever it is you need to. So if after a few breaths, your body is asking you for something else, are you in a place to listen? Allow yourself to breathe side to side, front to back. And see where that takes you. If you're happy with your foot placement, then leave them where they are. If you'd like something different, you can bring your feet as wide as your yoga mat and letting your knees touch.
This would be good for either option of placement with that blanket. This is gonna create a little curve in your low back. So see if you can just let your body relax into that natural, neutral position.
And perhaps bring your arms to your rib cage. So that you can explore relaxing in a different position. After you complete your next exhale, can you resist the urge to inhale and hold that breath at the bottom of your ocean floor? And just continue to hold that. Let the body exist with this emptiness, ready to be completely filled up. If you're able to still hold that, see if you can swallow before you inhale completely. Bring every bit of air into your two lungs as you can. Good work. Begin to roll your body to the right, bringing the knees together and gently just coming off of that blanket, removing it out of the way. Coming back onto our backs, let's just cross our left leg over our right, grabbing onto the top of our foot, bringing that left foot down, maybe walking that right knee down a little bit. So because we're holding on to the top of our shin, we're able to let the body stretch itself. If this feels way too intense or does not feel available, use the pillow to help your twisted legs find the floor, keeping that left shoulder on the mat. Or maybe just find a version that you know works for you. The only thing holding, the only yang energy that should be moving through the body is in the right hand. It's not in the elbow, it's not in the shoulder, and it's not in the neck.
you'd like to extend that left arm to straight, this would be our peak pose for our yin practice. A very, very deep lengthener. Can you let that left shoulder, the left elbow be soft? Bring awareness to that right leg. Begin to walk your foot so that you can place your right foot down, releasing your left leg, extend it out, one-legged bicycle in the air. Place that left foot down. Take the version that worked for you on the first side, grabbing on to the top of the right foot, walking that left foot over just a tad to maybe place that right foot down onto the mat. Allow your arms to lay in a cactus shape unless you're ready for that full extension. I like to let the whole scapula connect to the mat in this bent elbow before I straighten. So see what works for you. See if that right arm wants to straighten, if it's not already. See if that right elbow wants to soften, if it's available. Bring awareness to that left leg and start to move it all the way up, as slow as you can. And one-legged bicycles with that right leg. Just gonna get some blood flow in that hip. Grabbing that pillow, placing it underneath your knees.
And adjusting your hips so they're nice and square, and maybe lift them up and place them back down for a minute. See if your palms can face up, rolling your elbows in. Go and wiggle through your toes very consciously, like spirit toes instead of spirit fingers. And then just let them go. See if you can wiggle that energy all the way up your legs and your body, and kind of like an ocean wave, just kind of let it invite stillness and depth and weight and gravity. And if you can give yourself a nice round of breaths in your Savasana to end your sweet, gentle practice. See if you can stay for a good 5 to 10 minutes.